Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of The Week Ahead. You have all three of us for a change. We were just discussing that, and it's a reflection of sort of the busy time in the State House right now. The committees have gone past the 60% deadline, Bill. That's the deadline that leadership imposes on them to get their work out. Some made it, some didn't. The reality is the legislative leadership has told the committees they need to be done, all their committee work, by the end of the second week in May. And although that's 2 weeks away, that's not a lot of time, given how many bills a lot of the committees still possess and how many more they're going to get, because there's still an estimated 150 to 200 bills left to be printed and referenced. This week, between the Labor, Commerce, Research, and Economic Development Committees, the Veterans Legal Affairs Committee, and the Criminal Justice Committees, it's a very busy week. There are a variety of bills dealing with the referendum process, dealing with the workplace, dealing with unemployment insurance, and I will be there to provide both testimony and attend work sessions on bills that we've previously testified on, and I think you guys are in the same boat.
Yeah, well, tax is really busy this week. They haven't gotten too much done, but they have bills on reinstating the child care credit that they eliminated 2 years ago, changing the estate tax exemption from $5.4 million to $1 million, which we will be opposing, and another bill to impose a 50% tax on political expenditures made 2 weeks before an election. We're opposing that one. And so it's really busy. We have a lot of public hearings and work sessions all week. So
I have a feeling we won't be the only ones opposing that.
It's a busy week in Environment and Natural Resources. They're finishing up the mining bill with 2 work sessions today and on Wednesday. Also, they're having some public hearings on Thursday. One bill of note is LD 1235. It has to do with the banning of the use of driveway sealer, coal tar driveway sealer, which is in terms of the construction industry. Yeah, it's the one that is available and is used mostly in the Northeast. So that's a big piece of legislation that we have opposed in the past. Also a big week for the Education and Cultural Affairs Committee. LD 1416 is a legislation that we seem to deal with on an annual basis now, dealing with that proficiency-based education system, and that will be a day-long hearing. So going to be a busy week also over in the Energy and Utilities. Broadband, there's 3 broadband bills before the committee this week, and also starting to get into some of the solar discussion. So it's going to be a busy week all around.
Yeah, and we're at the stage now where a lot of bills are starting to hit the floor. A lot of divided reports are being debated. I believe this is the last week. The session is going to be only in the morning. Starting next week, they're going to be doubled up in the afternoon. The idea being the committees will be done their work, so the legislature will be free. Yeah, I don't know how whether best laid plans.
I don't think
we'll have to wait and see. But at any rate, thank you for joining us for this week's edition of The Week Ahead, and we look forward to talking with you next week.
Stay classy, man.